Hello everyone, this is Brandon Beecham, host of the Positive Head podcast here. I want to take a moment to share with you a little bit about the Purium products, why I have chosen to align the Positive Head podcast with Purium, and at this point have done with, as of the time of recording, almost 100 other listeners have decided to go and do a 40-day transformation, metabolic reset, and basically why I've went down this path, why they've chosen to go down this path, and why I think you may want to consider doing it too. First off, just a little quick history of food. 100 years ago, all food was organic. It grew in clean, mineral-rich soil, mineral-rich water, no chemicals, no herbicides, no pesticides. Today, real food has been replaced by corporate product, fast, cheap, addictive, processed food-like stuff. Purium goes back to the original purity standards. No artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, binders, fillers, hormones, pesticides, or GMO ingredients. Real food, super results. It's a solution that benefits our body as well as the earth. It is, the aim of the company is to end human suffering by getting superfoods to people. I mean, how noble is that, right? So, for me, it's a daily conscious effort. I always say it on the podcast, right? It's a daily conscious effort to maintain an elevated vibration, right? And I've been working on that for a long time with the show, 5 episodes a week, and helping to, set the vibrational tone in our hearts and our minds. Well, this is the body aspect, the body element, because we all know, mind, body, spirit needs to be in alignment for us to be the greatest and greatest versions of ourselves. And that's the place I was lacking the most, was in the food that I was putting into my system. I was, as you've heard me say, I was healthy-ish. And so this is really, I was calling in for a long time, a product that can help to raise the physical vibration of myself and the listeners and everything like that. So what I've done, and what a bunch of listeners, and I'm sure by the time you're hearing this, maybe thousands have done, we're just beginning now, but it's exciting. A 40-day ultimate nutrition plan. It's 40 days of taking these core 4 products, which I'm going to explain what they are here in a moment. And during the 40 days, at some point in the middle, you do a 10-day transformation, metabolic reset, cleanse, where you just take those products many times a day instead of once, and you are only having a few select flex foods. And for me, this really, during the transformation, the cleanse, the 10 days, it really reestablished my relationship with food. I got into equilibrium with my body as far as my ideal weight. I was probably about carrying an extra 10 to 12 pounds. Well, I got into equilibrium. I lost 12 pounds. And, it was really easy, a lot easier than I thought it would be, because I was actually, during the 10 days when I'm just having some select flex foods, which help to curb hunger, but having, the power shakes 3 times a day. It really helped to, curb my hunger. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. As far as the product itself, it's meticulously thought out, scientifically, scientific reasoning behind all the things that go into the shake and these 4 products I'm going to touch on. All the food dehydrated at 60 degrees room temperature at the organic farms that are specifically chosen due to their location, not near biohazard facilities or nuclear plants or anything like that. With a traditional, when you're traditionally getting, food at the grocery store, it's lost a lot of nutrition in the shipping process. It's sitting on the shelf. It's, then you heat it up a lot of times. You're throwing a lot of it away. This is, as the co-founder David Sandoval said when I had the pleasure to interview him, and he basically put it out there that, look, this is the most efficient delivery system that's ever existed on our planet to get people from farm to people's mouths, this high vibe, raw, organic superfood in the most efficient, easy way possible. I mean, to make and drink the shake, it takes 60 seconds, right? So it's very, very the most efficient delivery model in the world. at the end of the 40 days, I'm going to, I passed that a while back now, and I've continued to take it every day, and I'm going to continue. I intend to take this stuff every day for the rest of my life. I'm definitely signed up for the Core 4 for life, and here's why. I'm going to break that down now so you understand what the products are that you're actually taking. The first one is Super Amino 23. Scientific studies show that it's a vegan protein. It's more effective at building lean muscle than eating meat. There's been over 30 double-blind clinical studies that prove it. It does this like no other protein does. It improves elasticity. The NNU, net nitrogen utilization, is 99%. And what does that mean? It means it goes basically directly to the muscles in only 23 minutes, which is why it's called Super Amino 23. There's no waste. There's no meat fat. All other proteins are typically like, 30% is, absorbed over hours, right? And then you have all this waste and maybe, fats and things that can be negative side effects. It builds muscle and burns fat whether you work out or not. It's why they give it to people who are in comas. Basically that's how I'm starting my day. That's the one, out of the Core 4. That's one of the things. The other is the Power Shake. Tastes really, really good. The key to helping keep you fit in general, for people who struggle with weight, any of you out there who struggle with weight, adiponectin is the skinny hormone. And so this has, once again, scientific reasons these products have been put together in the shake. It turns fat into energy. Lean people have 40% more than obese people, so we can, they call it the skinny hormone, and you can increase your adiponectin by 40%. In 3 months, according to a study. So that's a big component of the shake. So you have all these, high vibe, raw, organic powders that have been created at the farm, the most efficient delivery model straight to your system. Not to say don't eat fresh food and fresh vegetables. Obviously, that is the ideal thing you can do. But sometimes there's a lot of work that goes into that. Preparing food. For me, I start my day with the shake, and I know at the very least, no matter what I have or what happens from that point forward, my body's received the fuel it needs with this high vibe food, right? The third thing is in the Core 4 is Biomedic, and what this does, it actually heals the gut from glyphosate, or it's commonly known as Roundup. It's been used for decades now to kill weeds sprayed on our crops. It's found in 75% of the food we eat. Every American they've tested has it in their bodies. Here's a problem with that. It destroys the gut microbiome, which is responsible for 70% of immune function. It's responsible for producing serotonin, which fights depression. It's responsible for eliminating toxins and out of the body and bringing in good nutrients. Los Angeles has recently banned it. More countries are banning glyphosate. California recently deemed it, here where I live, deemed it a cancer-causing agent, yet it's still being used in our food. A lot of experts believe autoimmune issues, even autism, can be linked to the proliferation of Roundup on everything that we consume. And what's so exciting about Biomedic is preclinical trials have proven that Biomedic can remove 75% from our gut of the glyphosate from our gut within 6 weeks. There's a reason scientists refer to the gut microbiome as the second brain of the body. So if it's dying, if it's unhealthy, so are you. So this is an exciting, very, very exciting product for people to be able to take. So that's the third one. And then the fourth one is the Apothecary, which is made concentrate from tart cherries. It's the most potent fruit on the planet, the most nutrient-dense food on the planet. More scientific studies than any other fruit have been done, on tart cherries. Major anti-aging. It counters uric acid more than anything, which makes you acidic. Things like arthritis, skin issues, kidney stones, general joint pain. It's the only naturally occurring melatonin food, which causes natural melatonin in the body, in the human body, which is a vital antioxidant that aids in sleep. You know, and for me, I'm a pretty high energy person who does a lot. If I don't have my sleep, I'm really useless. We all need sleep, and so many of us aren't thriving because we're not getting good sleep. You know, I've been taking it. I actually track my sleep on a sleep cycle app, and you know, I'm higher than the average worldwide on how well and deep I'm sleeping. And thankfully, because anytime I don't sleep that well, you know, all of the many things that I'm juggling and doing, you know, I don't have the energy. And so taking something that has all these added benefits and the only natural occurring melatonin, you know, producer, which aids in sleep, known to aid in sleep, it's huge. So these are the core 4 things, products that I'm taking forever. Highly, highly recommend them to you guys as well. It is such an amazing plan that the Purium team has put together here. You know, David Sandoval, who you can hear the interview I did with him, as I mentioned, is he is meticulously went about for 30 years figuring this stuff out. You know, working with many other companies to ultimately put these things together for a very specific reason. His intentions couldn't be the guy. This is the guy who cries talking about healing the planet with superfoods. And that aim and mission, this is the real deal. The intention is definitely there, and I highly recommend anyone, based off my own firsthand experience, you know, giving this a try. It's super simple, and like I said, I intend to continue to take these core 4 products for the rest of my life. And if it's in alignment with you, hopefully you will too. And you can also, if you have any other questions, you can also address those questions to purium@positivehead.com, and myself or someone else on the team will get back to you. But otherwise, yeah, it's been a pleasure to connect with you guys. I hope that you have found some useful information here. And of course, you can go and buy those. One last thing, you can get those products at ishoppurium.com. Have a wonderful day. It's been a pleasure to connect with you all.